Hi, this is Kelly. I have had a few requests from people to show how I made my tombstones on my Halloween mini this year, how I embossed them to give them this kind of this stone look. So today that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to show how I did that. So anyways, I'll first show you what you need. First of all, you need, I just started off with a plain piece of cardstock, and I'm just going to do it on a square, just a piece of black cardstock. You'll need a Versamark stamp pad. Now I have two Versamark stamp pads. One I use for this type of thing, and the other one I use solely just for stamping. This one gets kind of dirty and yucky, and you'll see in a minute why it sometimes gets dirty. And you will also need some UTEE, which is ultra thick embossing enamel. You can buy this at Michael's in the just with the rest of the embossing powders. And you will need some silver, just regular embossing powder in silver. And you'll also need some sort of a heat tool. So, alright, let's get started. Okay, first of all, I take my black piece of cardstock, I take my stamp pad, and with the scratch paper underneath it, I take my stamp pad and I just push it all over my whatever it is I'm embossing. So I cover it completely, and I cover it, pounce it a couple of times to make sure that it's completely covered. And this is why I have two stamp pads, because I get embossing powder all over my stamp pad this way. Then I take the UTEE and I cover it in the UTEE, kind of knock it off, and then I melt the UTEE. And I do it on a board just to protect my counter. Anyways, this is kind of loud, so bear with me. And I just start in one corner and move across. And this first layer of UTEE, it comes out kind of bumpy, and which for a lot of things I really like, but if you want a really nice smooth surface, then do multiple layers of UTEE. Alright, that's done, and it only takes just a minute for it to cool. Now I'm going to, same thing, I'm going to stamp it again with the stamp pad. Same thing, just pressing down on it and covering the entire surface. I've got to get me a scratch paper for my silver. And I take the silver and I cover this again with just the silver. And I melt the silver. Okay, let it cool. It only, like I said, it only takes just a couple seconds for it to cool. And now I'm going to do the last layer. I'm going to do one more layer of the UTEE. Same thing, the Versamark all over it. Dip it in the UTEE. And then I just heat it again. Now on this one I have found it looks best if you dry it or you heat it with the gun straight up and down rather than at an angle, because it kind of pushes the color around. Here we go. As it melts, it kind of, the silver kind of separates between those two sandwiches of UTEE, and that's what gives it the really cool granite stone effect. There we go, we'll just let that cool. it takes just a second, and then it's there. You have it. It's done. Let's see if you can see that. Now I have tried this. I did it earlier. Here's the same thing, done with gold UTEE powder, and I've also done it with white. I did my ghost on the front of my mini with the white, and the white came out almost spotted. Now I did try it with some red embossing powder, and I don't know if it was just because it was cheap embossing powder or it was old, I'm not sure, but it kind of turned white. The red turned white, and so I didn't like the way that turned out. But I really like the way that the silver and the gold turn out. So anyways, give it a try. I thought it was lots of fun. I have thought of a whole bunch of different uses that I can do with it. Anyways, enjoy. Thank you.